is this one here for?
This is a mystery story, a great mystery story without a solution. But the journey, the search for an answer, which doesn't end with the film, but goes on long after the film is over, is fascinating. This is a film made by a great director, Antonioni, who had a vision of his own. His earliest films were very controversial and popular only really in Europe, with a limited audience in the United States. But Blow Up was his first English language film. It was made in England, and a part of what he was trying to capture was the swinging 60s of London, which I think is captured in Blow Up more than in any film that I could name. The plot is so elusive, so original, so unique, that it will make you wonder about what is real and what is fantasy, which I think is the essence of what happened in the 1960s to an entire generation around the world. Young people, because of the drug culture, which is portrayed in this film to a small extent, young people had separated themselves from reality. And that's what Blow Up deals with, in such a beautifully photographed and mysterious way. Antonioni, by the way, I'd like to point this out to your viewers. He never repeated a shot. Like, when most of you see a film or a television show today, you guys can pretty much tell what the next shot is going to be. If there's a shot of me, the next shot will probably be a shot of Robert. In a film, it might be over my shoulder, over your shoulder, and the directors cut back and forth using the same setups. Antonioni never repeated a shot. His films move almost laterally, like a novel, like reading a novel from left to right. And that's in all of his films. Occasionally, there might be a fragment of a prior setup used, but they can be counted on the fingers of one hand. So he had a unique way of storytelling. I try to do that now myself. I'm not totally successful in being able to do that. But Antonioni could envision a film like a series of individual photographs. And his films move along at a very unusual pace because they never go back from point B to point A.
I hadn't realized that. That's so interesting about that.
Yeah, it's something to keep in mind while you become immersed in this incredibly simple and complex film.
Well, let's have a look here. Terrific film which caught everybody's attention when it was released in 1966. William Friedkin. That is some movie. It's such an interesting movie. William. But this is one of those films you want a little more. Powerful film, too. And I'm here with the man who selected it, as this month's guest programmer. Writer and director William Friedkin. That is such a good movie. Such a powerful ending. My God.
I love it. By the end, this photographer whose life and his work is being able to see is completely lost
Right.
in a world of what is real and what is not.
Right.
One of the great shots that I can remember in my years of watching films is when Hemmings picks up the invisible tennis ball and throws it back to the tennis court where
Right.
the hippies are playing tennis without a ball.
Right.
Or rackets.
Yeah.
And he's bought totally into the fantasy.
Yes, indeed. What of your films are you the proudest of?
It's hard to